doing the intro today? Who are we doing today?
You guys can do it.
No, go ahead.
What episode is this, man?
This is number 6.
Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition, number 6,
Yep.
of Business versus Coronavirus. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, David. I don't know, do you want to put that in? Take that out. That sounded really fucking
Keep it in.
stupid.
Keep it in.
No, we're back in this shit. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode 6, I believe, of Business versus Coronavirus. Damn, this thing is just getting heavier and heavier. You know, every time I turn on the news, there's more and more and more spread. This virus is absolutely taking over. And I know we say it every show, but it's just happening so fast. It's
Things
ridiculous.
are changing every day.
Yeah. Well, the purpose of this show is to bring you quality content that could help you through this crisis. Being business owners, listening to the show, us being business owners, us being content creators, marketing service providers. There's a tremendous amount of work that's put into getting a lot of stuff that you guys do on a daily basis, getting a lot of this information and wrapping it all up and sending it out to the masses, you know what I mean, to your list of people and keeping in contact with them. And it's it's been pretty positive from what I understand from the team.
Yeah.
Getting a hold of business owners. Well, obviously, I guess they have time to pick up the phone.
They're all answering now.
Yeah, they are. That's true. Yeah.
Most of them are kind of scared shitless, but, I don't blame them.
So listen, everyone, before we get into the show, subscribe, share the content, comment, you like, you don't like. If there's value, if you see that there's value, pay it forward. We're not making any money off of this podcast. It's something that we want to do, and this is a way for us, the agency, Rob and I, our main man, Jeffrey, the video man, to give back to you. So please, subscribe, comment, good, bad, help us, something else you want us to talk about, and pay it forward. What do you think, Rob?
Well said. And if you have topics you want us to talk about, let us know. We'll talk about them on our next show. Maybe we'll even bring you on as a guest. You want to be a guest on the show? You have something good to say of value? Let us know. We'll bring you on.
Yeah. So we're going to touch on a few things. One of them being, some statistics, and going back to some of the crises in the past. 1981, global recession.
Wow.
2001, 2008. Now we have 2020. Right? In 1981, there was about 600,000 north of that applied for EI.
Wow.
Today, there's been millions.
Wow.
Unreal.
That is unprecedented. I was only 4 years old in 81,
Yeah.
but so I don't really remember those times too much. But I do hear about them from my parents and a lot of older people that I do speak with. Yeah, some bad times, and I can't even imagine if we've reached numbers way above that. Like, wow, that's all I gotta say.
So we didn't know this was happening. Hard to prepare for this type of pandemic. We knew that 2008 was happening. They knew that 2008 was happening. 2001, I don't think they knew that was going to happen. And each time this happened, we learned something from it. Hopefully, everybody learned something from it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own view. Everyone learns differently, and it put a lot of people out. And, start all over again, push forward, and prepare for the next one.
But the strong did survive too.
It's true. Strong did
Kind of like
survive.
nature.
So
what kind of stats we got, Dave?
I just wanted to comment on. Well, those are actually, I didn't research the stats in respects to how many cases. The cases are crazy. It's unbelievable.
I don't
Just in
even think
Canada,
we need
over
to right now.
8,000.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about 3 different people on the way that they're actually looking at this. You got one crowd that is just sitting back, waiting for the stimulus to happen so they can take advantage of EI, of a whole bunch of programs worldwide that the government's going to take care of you. So you got people waiting back, sitting back, saying, "Well, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. The government's going to take care of me." Then you got the second group of people that have prepared for something like this and got money tucked away. They're going to, weather the storm. They got it under control. They don't need the government's money. They prepared for it. They're okay. Then you got number 3. And number 3 is the people that have been forced to make changes. They sitting back now saying, wow, this is forcing me to make a change. It's not that I wanted to, that I was looking forward to it. It's actually forcing you to change. Well, and you don't have a choice. So what is it forcing you to do? To protect your income. Because actually, if you really think about this right now, other than protecting yourself from being safe of this virus, the next thing is to protect your income.
Well said. Your
stocks, your real estate, your business, your employment to a certain extent. Right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? If they're going to let you go, they're going to let you go. Right? You can, if you are the best at what you do, chances are you'd be the last man standing. At least that's what I would look for. Like, who's the best of the best here?
Yep.
Okay, who deserves, to stay? Who's the best? Who's gonna actually make the company thrive, right? So the third group of people are people that we want to help because they're forced to make these changes. They're gonna do whatever it takes. What do you think?
I love how you broke that down, and I totally agree. That third group is basically what's going to reshape the economy. That third group is what's going to be, they're going to become the leaders out of this. They're going to actually become stronger as a result of all of this. And we need to adapt, and those that do accordingly will not only survive, I believe they will thrive after all this is over, and it eventually will be over. We just don't know when.
I don't think anytime soon. So skill set is number 1, and being able to pivot, being able to make those changes very quickly. And honestly, it's by force. This is forcing us not to do certain things.
True.
I can't even find myself a place to go for an espresso. True. I'm going stir crazy. Just that one simple thing that takes place at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And I literally have woken up several times in the past week and have driven to the cafe. And only when I got there, oh my goodness, they're closed. I forgot because subconsciously. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm being forced to make those changes.
So where do you get your coffee now?
The best media.
That's it, in-house. See?
So
that goes.
That's when the admin actually has it here. That's another story.
Rob D, fill up the coffee, bro.
Hey. So look, I believe the most important side of being safe is to protect your income.
Be financially safe. And
damn, it's hard
on
what's happening. It's hard not to talk about this every day. It's hard to be like, what the frig is going on? You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard not to say it.
Of course.
So you got to be ready and willing to make those pivots. And you might decide on to do something today, and then tomorrow you're going to change because you've been forced to make those changes.
Yep.
All of a sudden we're deemed essential. We're not deemed essential tomorrow. We've got to work from home. All of a sudden our customers say, hey, put things on hold. I'm not open. I don't have any money. And these are things that we have to sit back and say, okay, what's our strategy? If we believe that it's a wrong thing that the customer should be doing, what's our strategy to get them to make them understand that, wait a minute, slow down a second. You're moving too quick because you're being forced to make these changes, but let us help you. Let's be a partner. Let us show you why you shouldn't be making these decisions right now as your digital partner.
Yes. And decisions that you make should not be made out of fear. As easy as that is to say, I know it's challenging and difficult to do. When we make decisions out of fear, we're in flight or fight mode, and we're not using our brains properly to understand, are we making the right decisions for ourselves? So do not make decisions out of fear, in my opinion. Instead, sit back, really think about your decisions, and make sure they are logical. And, my little introduction or my little contribution today here is basically to say, just like we are concerned about the health, our personal health today due to this corona pandemic, we also need to be equally concerned about our business health, especially during a pandemic. And, what are the symptoms of this coronavirus today? What are the major symptoms, Dave? There's 3 major ones.
Throat,
Cough, fever, and difficulty breathing, right? And I know there's a long, there's more, but those are the main ones. So now let's focus on what are symptoms of poor digital health. What are signs or symptoms that your digital presence is not performing well, and how can we help you here to realize it, bring awareness to it first, and maybe create that conversation inside your head to say, hold on, maybe there are some opportunities here where I can shift and adapt accordingly and come out of this profitably and stronger than I was even before. So, just like the corona's got symptoms, some symptoms of poor digital health. I'm going to give you just a few of them. For example, this is going to sound dead simple, but it's true. Starting right from the bottom, you have a digital presence, but you have zero traffic. Zero traffic. That's one of the first symptoms. If you're not getting any traffic, you're not getting anybody following you on your social media, no one commenting, no one engaging, that's the first symptom. You're in poor digital health, and you need to take action to fix that. And when you're ready, take action as needed to fix that poor digital health so that you can get traffic, engagement, etc. So the second symptom, maybe you're getting traffic, but no conversions. And what's a conversion? A conversion is an action you want your user to take. Submit an email on a form, or watch a video, or give you a phone call directly. And if you're measuring all this properly, you're going to see. So first, not getting any traffic, but now maybe you're getting traffic, but no conversions. No one's calling you. No one's filling out your forms. No one's emailing you. So that's another symptom. Maybe you need to fix your traffic, meaning you need to target who your audience is better, or you need to fix the message on your digital presence altogether to simplify it and showcase what problem you are actually solving for your audience. And then third one, maybe you're getting leads, but no sales. Simple. My man Dave here can tell you what problem is that. If you're getting leads coming in, people want your services, but you're not converting them to sales, that's a problem with your
sales team.
There you go.
Your message, right? Your message, not the message of getting the lead, but the sales team's not doing a proper job, right? You got to stay close. And that's another thing. Like, listen, in these unprecedented times, if you at one point were camera shy, well, you better be camera ready.
Yep.
If you were not willing to pick up the phone and sell, or were against it, or didn't want to do it, or was afraid to do it, you better learn how to do it.
I agree.
And this is going to force people to do things that they never wanted to do.
Well said.
And if you're going to put all of these restrictions and roadblocks that you had months ago, because months ago was a different climate, you're not going to come out of this very good. You may come out of it, but you're not going to come out of it striving. I want to strive, you want to strive. The ones that don't, hey, what can I say?
Yeah.
That's a choice that they make. But if they're talking the talk, you got to walk the walk.
Yep.
You're going to be doing things that you've never wanted to do before, but you got to be open to them. So you got to pivot. You got to change your, the skill set. Hopefully you have it already, because you don't have much time now. Because this is going to take another year, 2 years to change. It happened, man. 81, 2001, 2008. Just go back in history. it does turn around. The question is, are you going to turn around? So don't let the market dictate you. The market is there for you to use. And same with, like with stocks. You listen, don't let the market dictate your decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be making you're going to be making a lot of choices that you're going to be making a lot of decisions now that you never thought you would have to make before. You're going to have to learn things now that you didn't know before because you're scaling down your team possibly, or you're losing business. So now you're going to have to wear different hats. You better know how to multitask, because if you don't, you're going to be in big trouble. Because if you don't have the cash flow to hire people, you're going to end up doing it yourself. Then you're going to be doing so much. Now you got to have things under control and make sure that whatever you're doing is actually working for you.
Yep. Research skills. Maybe you've never done any research, but if you're especially a solopreneur, there's a lot of government stimulus out there. And if you're not able to access that, you're going to be impacted negatively. So you need to learn how to research properly so you can take advantage of the programs that the government is putting in place to help you. So just another example. And, I wanted to put a few points down on how can your business thrive in these unpredictable times. What kind of quick action items can we suggest to our audience to say, hey, this is what you should be doing? And I have a few suggestions here. I would strongly suggest, if you have any sort of an audience, you have any sort of a customer base, don't pretend like this is not happening. Don't shy away and pretend like this corona is not taking place. Acknowledge it. Let everyone know. Even if you're scared, let them know that you're scared, because we're all scared. And a point to what Dave said before. You learn to adapt and get in front of the camera and create that content, because even Dave and I today, just before this podcast, we were debating whether we were going to do this one. We didn't prepare enough properly. I said, we said, screw it. We're sticking to our schedule. We're going to get this done and just do it. And the first times we were on the camera, trust me, we were crapping our pants too. So, and to be honest with you, every single time we come in the studio, don't you get a little bit those butterflies in your stomach? And you're like,
not anymore.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I do.
I do a little bit, but it is getting easier the more you do it, and the more you do it, the better you're going to be.
Because judgment, right? We got to put ourselves in that mindset that we shouldn't care what people think.
That's right.
They should be allowed to say what they want to say.
Yeah.
That's why there's a comment section in YouTube, say what you got to say.
Exactly.
And, we'll take it, and we'll and if it's something that's good for us, thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah. And if there's haters out there, we want to hear what you got to say too. Bring it on, baby.
And this is something that you should get from your customers as well, right? If you don't think that, like, we had a problem today, I wouldn't say a problem, but this has happened in the past before. We have a team member of ours speaking to customers, and then that team member is no longer with us anymore. And then we're calling our customers to say, hey, how you doing? This person's no longer with us anymore. How's everything? And all of a sudden that person ends up telling us things that we did not know. Okay, well, I noticed this happening. I wasn't too happy with this. And for the life of me, I don't understand why they just don't, take it up and speak with you about it, right? Because 9 times out of 10, you have touch points with all these customers.
Yep.
But I'm not sure why they don't want to they only want to let you know when that person's not here anymore, or that they've been off the account. So I think I learned something today that I need to get back into talking with my customers, going into all the businesses, going and finding, okay, you know what? Fine, I got the managers, I got the sales team, but I got to do a better job in getting a hold of a customer once in a while and say, hey, it's so-and-so.
Yep.
How you doing? I know that you used to speak to so-and-so. We've never spoken before. How's everything? You paused your campaigns, or you're not ordering from us today because I understand you're closed. Just want to introduce myself. My name's so-and-so. Because sometimes, on a larger scale, you can't talk to every customer, because depending on the position you have, you're working with your team, you're doing different things, right, Rob? For yourself, you're
Yep.
strategizing campaigns. Can't talk to every single customer, but I think we need to do a better job, and even myself in really speaking to the customer.
Yeah.
3-4 months down the line. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Because it's happened too many times.
Absolutely.
This is
Yeah.
another situation today.
Yep. And, just when you think it's not going to happen, it happens. And it continues to happen. So I totally agree. And, relationships are based on, or good relationships basically are based on positive interactions with that person. So the more positive interactions, meaning the more times you connect with them, hey, just reaching out, how are things going? Do you have any feedback for me regarding the services we're providing? What can you tell me? Are you happy with everything? Is there anything we could be doing better? Little questions like that here and there are definitely, I think they're so powerful to create that relationship and to make that relationship better, because the client, your customer, is going to feel that you truly care about their business.
Absolutely. So if you're not working with a digital provider, or you are, it's a good thing right now to send out possibly surveys, connections with your customer, thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to hear from you. And I want to understand, your struggles at this moment. If there are any, of course you have struggles, but what are they? How could we help, right? And if it's not us, reach out to other marketing service providers or the ones that you're working with, and make sure that you're getting that value. If you're not, hey, we're here for you. Give us a call. We can help you. We can guide you. It's, we're going to charge you for that. We love talking to customers. You talk to them every day. And hopefully we can give you some free value content and recommendations. And at the end of it all, you do what you want, of course.
Absolutely. And again, today is April 1st, 2020, and we
April
still
1st, 2020.
Yeah, and this ain't no April Fool's joke. We are still offering free consultations. We usually charge for them. This is free consultation. We've done a lot in the past 2 weeks, and our clients are loving it. And they're not even clients. These are actually just small businesses that are not sure where to turn, and they're looking for advice. And each one of them has left this consultation with myself in a better position than they started with.
Agree.
So why would you not take advantage of that? It's crazy not to.
Hey, Sean's connecting with a lot of, I gave him an agenda last week, get a hold of the people from the BIAs and the Chamber of Commerce. He's connecting.
Yep.
He's connecting. These people want to talk to professionals out there and try to find out, okay, who can really help them through this crisis that just came so quick.
And if you're a part of any of these BIAs, you're going to see some webinars that we're going to be doing very soon with a lot of them. So look out for this ugly mug soon.
Well,
you know what? Before we end, we went off on a tangent. I wanted to bring out 3 points real quick. How can your business thrive in unprecedented times? Acknowledge that this is happening. Don't run away from it.
good point.
Define what problem you solve. Really understand what problem are you solving. And if you can't solve that problem now due to social distancing, you need to creatively come up with a way to solve that same problem remotely, virtually somehow. And then lastly, do it better than the competition. If you solve a problem that is in demand and you do it better than the competition, it's only a matter of time. I guarantee you your business will thrive again. So I hope that makes sense. And lastly, adapt as needed. Look at the restaurants out there. They're doing what they can. They're doing takeout now. They don't have dine-in. So pump the takeout as much as possible. If I was a restaurant, what I would do, I would install live webcams in my kitchen to say, hey, we sanitize our kitchens every freaking hour. We have the cleanest kitchens in Toronto, and check out our live webcams just to show you. And I would show how all my staff is wearing gloves for every meal that is produced. And then, even the big brands, I see Domino's, Pizza, they're doing, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, here. One sec. I can't find the word.
Sanitation?
No, when they're doing delivery, they're doing contactless delivery.
They leave it outside.
They basically leave it outside, and then they'll let you know. They'll send you a message and say, hey, your
watch
pizza's
these
outside.
guys.
This way, you don't have to interact with
Very
the
creative.
actual delivery
Yeah.
person because, you know, the social distancing, etc. So what are they doing? They're adapting. I hope you learn something from the big boys because they're doing it right. And this is what we need to do, adapt properly. So I hope that was some good value points
Absolutely.
for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the viewers, comment, subscribe. Episode 7 coming soon. Let us know if you want us to talk about something that we're not talking about. So hope to see you again. Have yourself a great day.
Stay safe.